The 2-year-olds, and Darren Gouchy's got a great chance here with Insurgents to make it an early double. Oratorio at $4.10, and down to Insurgents at $5. The General's in the market at $6.80. He's by General Nadeem, who's a hot sire at the moment. We go over the page, Way West, one of the McAvoy horses at $14.70. Fras Salome we've seen twice in Adelaide at $7.40. And then the horses that have already raced, Mochaccino, Marie Madeline and Fine the Cash, $11.30, $16.40. Ken, we need some help in this one. I know it's about a half hour to race time, but can you give us a lead?
I think so, Bruce. It's quite clearly what the punters are going to go for, even at this stage, and I'll get to them in a moment. Oratorio, it's open favourite, and I think it'll probably stay that way. It's at $4. Game Reason at $30, Glory and Fame at $20. Insurgents, Darren Gouchy's mount, $4.50. Light Shine, $16. Lord of Lauriston, $10. Our Forest, $30. The General, $5. Way West, $10. Fras Salome is at $5. Now, I expect her to win. I think she's drawn the outside alley. I think she's going to jump in front and keep going. I'm playing some of my Ike's Dream money up on her. $8 Mochaccino, $13 Marie Madeline, and $13 Find the Cash. The horses they want are Fras Salome, the General, Insurgents, and the favourite, Oratorio.
Ken did pick the first winner, and he's gone for Fras Salome here, and so's Peter Donegan, and Dr. Turf has gone for the Hawks Insurgents. Now the map here, 1,000 metres, pretty big field. They run it from a chute here. You can see they join the course proper after a good long run, but inside barriers are an advantage here, and with some green horses, getting a position on that first turn is vital. Favourite horses here. Oratorio, number 1, was third at Caulfield in the debutante, beaten 5.5 lengths, but was 10-1. But he did get home hard that day. He made up a lot of ground.
He did, and very important too here from the Freedman stable. They're putting the blinkers on for the first time, Bruce. Look for a big improvement. Insurgents is 4. We're going to pick up the favourite horses here. It's by Commands. Now, Commands has got a real boom on him. John Hawkes has got 32-year-olds by Commands. He ran in a Cox Plate, Commands, a few years back and didn't handle the track. Big raps on this one. Look, he throws a nice tight Commands. He'll be well educated from the John Hawkes stable. He's a half to Gorilla that had a little bit of form as a juvenile as well, Bruce. So watch the betting.
Rico Lacey's 2-year-olds fired last spring. He's got the General in this by General Nadeem, who's a really hot sire.
Now, a lot of people won't realise this, but this horse worked Tuesday morning, Breakfast of the Stars, with a horse called Dan Turner. He's an open group winner sprinter, and he worked right with this horse, so that's very good form. A lot of people don't know that, so watch this horse in the betting.
So that's 8. And here's Fras Salome, who's had 2 runs in Adelaide. Was beaten by a good one last start, a horse called One World. They've got a huge rap on, and he'd won the start before that.
Has shown good speed, Bruce, from a wide gate. Going to have to do a little bit of work, but we'll be there and look to win at some stage.
So there they go. Some of the chances in the Jayco Stakes, they're on their way to the post. We'll be back with more on Carlton Draft Cox Plate Day. It's Darren Gouchy on Insurgents. So can Hawks and Gouchy combine? Oratorio well in the market at $4.20, placed in the debutante. John Letts behind the stalls. John, really important to see how the 2-year-olds have travelled to the barrier. Good morning and welcome.
Yes, it's a lovely day out here, Bruce. It's a terrific day to be out on the track. If you're not a jockey and you ever had the opportunity to come out here, Bruce, and have a look at this track from around the back, it's just magnificent. It's like a velodrome. It's fabulous. And I was just looking at the 1,000-metre start here. They race it more or less like a horseshoe here, Bruce. Horses on the outside have got a bit of a contract to get across. Filly that I like the look of was a filly called Mochaccino. She's a lovely filly. She's got plenty of speed. She looked very well at the gate. I like her very much. It's very relaxed for a horse having his first start in blinkers. Usually, Bruce, as you know, they fire up a little bit. But he's a very relaxed horse, the top weight. Those are the 2 that I picked out. The John Hawkes is an interesting one, very Insurgents. It's a very relaxed type of horse, and as you know, well, Hawksy won the first, and Darren Gouchy's on fire, so might be a big day for the Hawks stable today. But I did like the filly Mochaccino from around here at the barrier, very relaxed filly, and goes fast.
So number 11, thanks for that, John. Number 11 for John in the first. John on banjo behind the stalls there. Ken Callender out in the betting ring. Ken, who have the punters come up with him, the 2-year-old?
Bruce, they want Oratorio. It's the one they want. They obviously think the addition of blinkers plus the increase in distance from 900 to 1,000 of this lead Freedman trained colt will make the difference. They've taken all the $4, about $3.80 for Oratorio. Very solid, the John Hawkes runner Insurgents, around about $5.50. Not quite so solid, a little easier in the market is the General, number 8, and number 10, Fras Salome.
So 1, 4, 8, 10 from Ken there, but Oratorio with Luke Curry riding for Lee Freeman. Interesting that the general worked with Dan Turner, as you talked about at the Breakfast with the Stars. Dan Turner, one of the favourites today in the weight for age group of Western Stakes.
Just having a look at him behind the gates, he's a lovely big type too, Bruce. He's only had the one trial, 5th to 6th, back on October the 3rd, and he wasn't really tested. Now, here he is going into the gate. He's a lovely big strong type. By General Nadine, he was a super sprinting horse himself, and Rick obviously took him to the trials that day just to educate him. Now, when he works in with an open sprinter like Dan Turner, here at Breakfast of the Stars Tuesday morning, I remember these two horses working together. He was flying, going very well. So one to watch there, number 8, the General.
There's Oratorio behind the stalls, number 1. So look, Curry just taking his feet out of the irons there. He's on the toe a bit, Oratorio.
Generally the 2-year-olds will do that. They'll play up a little bit with the blinkers on the first time.
He's insurgent. John Hawkes has got 268 2-year-olds on his books. And this is one of them, one of 268.
I wonder if he knows all their names.
Well, they're beautifully named. Sally Philcox, is it right?
Yeah.
Does the naming?
Wonderful job.
Superbly named, but this one, Insurgents by Command, out of the mare Partisan, who was by Kenny Ladd.
The only as good as
Susan
your staff.
Philcox. Susan Philcox does all the naming.
He's got fantastic staff, Bruce, and you're only as good as your staff, and he's, well, they're a credit to the John Hawkes team.
Our Forest comes up for David Rakavolis. The record here is 57.47. That was Al Mansour, who's a top-class 3-year-old. And just about getting set now for the Jayco Stakes. So let's join Sports 927, Brian Martin, for the second event on the program on Carlton Draft Cox Plate Day.
Now, Way West on the inside is ready with the General. Insurgent set now. Now, Forrest has gone up. Fame and Glory Rider just not quite ready at the moment as Light Shine comes along. Out there on the gold cap is the rider on Game Reason. Lord of Lauriston links up now, just about ready. Fra Salome, very fast filly across from Lindsay Park to come up. And they'll be set to run. Field of 13 to run. Now Salome goes in. Now they're ready. Stand. From behind the cash, steady again. Nothing's good, they're racing. Left in a reasonable line, the General knows speed with Game Reason. Way West began okay. Fra Salome flew out with Mari Madeline, and Way West is driving up third early from Mochaccino. Further back, Oratorio up quickly today, up to fourth. Mochaccino fifth, and further back, Lord of Lauriston from the General Insurgents. Then Find the Cash, 2 of 3, then to Glory and Fame. 4 lengths, Light Shine. Further back, Our Forest and Game Reason through the gap. And working on the outside, Fra Salome. Over on the inside, Way West is striding up to join it. Back in the middle, Mari Madeline. A length and a half, Oratorio poised behind them. Fourth from Mochaccino, fifth. Then came Insurgent peeling to the outside of Lord of Lauriston, then the General, and Find the Cash coming to the turn. Way West, Murray Madeline, and Fra Salome, and further out the blue cap is Oratorio from Mochaccino. Oratorio on the outside, moving to Murray Madeline from Way West. Oratorio takes the lead with 150 to go. Murray Madeline fighting on. Here's Find the Cash down the outside. Oratorio in front, finding the line. Oratorio scores a neck on the line to Find the Cash. Ahead away third is Murray Madeline, then Insurgents. Then Light Shine ran on fairly well. Further back, Lord of Lauriston. Way West from further back, Fra Salome. Mochaccino a fair way back with the General, followed by Glory and Fame. Last two coming in, Game Reason, and back there with it is Our Forest.
Gee, the money was right on Oratorio. In fact, the first 3 have all had the benefit of one run before today. $3.90 and $1.60. Find the Cash at $5.40. Mari Madeline at about $4 there. So, terrific win by Oratorio. Had the race won on the turn. See them straightening here. This is the horse here that's about to go to the front. Now, this one runs third, Mari Madeline, but I put second, but it's actually third. But this is the one out wide, which I've just got them mixed up. But Find the Cash was a huge run in second place. So just get rid of the 2, 3 and swap them over, and you know exactly what I mean. But as they go to the line, Oratorio puts the others away inside of it, including Fra Salome. But Find the Cash out wide was a big run. And right here, Simon, I gave it some hope.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to chime in at the right time, Bruce, but obviously Oratorio was just too strong. They had a lovely sit just off the speed, but the Mick Price horse, Find the Cash, got back, was wide too from the 500-metre mark. That's one to put down in your black book.
4th place in Winter Insurgents and 5th to Lord of Lauriston. So race experience doing a world of good there. Luke Curry's had a terrific spring. He broke through to win a Group 1 race on Guineas Day at Caulfield. And today he's been able to win this valuable race for Lee Freedman. Lee absolutely dominating the Caulfield Carnival as far as the trainers were concerned. He's off to a good start here on Cox Plate Day.
Did so, yeah, they just come together too, the first and the second place horse there, as you see him get into the line, but there shouldn't be too much to worry about in terms of the stewards there. And Lee is absolutely flying out there with the lovely property at ride that he's training. And he's stated that now that in their natural environment, he reads them better, he gets out of bed an hour later, and he's just so more relaxed in his individual training methods, which I think he's probably one of the best going around, Bruce.
Well, his horses are firing. Luke Curry's firing. John Letz's with the winning jockey.
Yes, Bruce, and also Luke's got a lot of admirers out here with the barrier attendance. But Oratorio, Jesus was impressive today. Luke, blinkers on the first time.
Yeah, last time he was just, he jumped away okay, but was just slow to muster speed and was always off the bridle. And really got on great. And today, Lee decided to put the blinkers on and it's worked wonders.
Luke, he settled down in the run, but I noticed him before the race, even with blinkers on. You know yourself, you put blinkers on 2-year-olds, sometimes it fires them up, more or less from the time you put the blinkers on back in the saddling paddock. But he's a very relaxed type of horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he, not much seems to faze him. And, he... I was a little bit worried that he was too much relaxed before the race. I was thought he might get a little bit stirred up and show that bit of speed, but he did anyway.
You're a group and a listed jockey now. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Luke Curry with John Letts, winning trainer Lee Freedman. Well, Lee, you would have been happy to see him a bit closer than he was in Caulfield after the start there that day.
Yeah, but he tried well, but he was just a bit slow to get going at Caulfield, and then he was a bit green. He's a Magic Million horse, and I just thought, well, just try and get this race done for him so that we've got 48 grand in the bank, and that should get him into the Magic Million. He'll go and have a little spell now and get ready for the Magic Million. Good fast horse. Stravinsky, I've got about 3 Stravinskys. I think they're very nice horses. They've all got good speed.
Did you think Luke was going to try and poke through there at one stage rather than come around them?
I was a bit worried. It was a bit ambitious, but anyway, he did all's well that ends well.
How many more's he got in him now, or will you put him away for a little while?
I know he'll go out now. Yeah, okay. He's just feeling one shin, and we've done what we wanted to achieve. That is get some money in the bank for the Magic Million. That takes all the pressure off qualifying now.
Always nice to win a race on a big day like Cox Plate Day. Lee Freedman, congratulations.
It is a great day. It's also nice to see the horse run third, which got distributed by Lingy too.
Okay. Thanks, Lee.
Yes, Lee's filly Lingy bolted in during the Caulfield Cup Carnival. Looked like anything. So this horse, off to the Magic Millions in January, has enough money in the bank now to get himself a start. Long neck by half a neck, 59.3 the time. After the second event, we go to the group races. We're on our way to the Cox Plate. The first of the group races is the next up.